Hi guys, FrostFangs here, back again with another Paladins video. Of course I got Kasumi to appear now that I'm not making a Kasumi video. We're recording Strix today. We're going to be showing you his new crack shot talent on the Last Remains PTS. It's quite a bit different, mainly because they added something to it that I feel like they didn't need to, but they did it anyway. Crack shot, of course, the talent that gave you tick damage after you hit somebody, also sort of a reveal because of the way it worked, and you couldn't headshot. You can now headshot with it, the way it is on the test server, although they did lower the damage to compensate for that. Now it's 900 down from 12. I was hoping they would re-enable headshots on it, lower the damage a bit and make it more dependent on the tick, but what they added to it in the PTS right now, I don't know if this will go through to live, I imagine it might not, is you are now perfectly accurate when you're not scoped. So you hip fire and it's the same as if you were scoped in. Played a game or two with this already, so it's not a raw first impressions, but I'm still not really used to it. It's very, very weird. Nocturnal also got a buff. You now have 20% extra speed in your stealth, which I like. I'm glad that this is a little bit better than it was, although overall Strix's talents at the moment I feel like are just a little bit messy. Also want to mention that I am having to play on an A because it's the test server and the servers on the PTS are a little bit weird. That's the last time I'll mention it in this video because I feel like I always complain about them. I'll also be doing a skin video which should have come out before this but might be after it, where I'll go over all the skins. I don't think I'm going to do a video for each of them, just so you know how I'll be doing it in the future. If the characters that have skins have a ton of gameplay things, I'll of course make individual videos on them, cover the skin and the balance, but if they don't really have any balance and it's just the skins for those characters, I'll probably group them into one video. I've done both the formats before. I like both, it just depends. Alright, well for game 1, Siege Fog Isle, we've got a Kasumi, a Makoa, a Tyra and a Damba. Then for their side, a Caspian, a Grover, of course another Kasumi, a Strix and a Barrack. Let's go for the setup. I just realised how pointless this is to have in the build because movement speed penalty reduction when we're scoped is pretty much useless. It's still kind of nice, I guess, if I want to do like some long range shots or whatever. I haven't uncapped my frame rate on the PTS because it keeps glitching when I try to do that, so I'm stuck with it feeling a little bit different from live, which for some reason specifically makes scoping feel kind of weird, and I don't know exactly why that is. But here's a little look at the perfectly accurate hip fire. This is very weird, although obviously my accuracy is still going to be a little bit varied. You will get jump in accuracy, which is something I feel like people might not be aware of. You're still not perfectly accurate if you jump, unlike you are when you're scoped, so there is still a use for this. That shot was disgusting, by the way. So yeah, technically the movement speed penalty reduction is still nice to have because if you want to jump and be accurate, you get the little benefit of being a little bit faster, I guess, but that's kind of the best use for the scope if you're jumping, or if they're really, really far, because close range you're just going to hip fire. Don't know what I'm doing here. I'm kind of just juking back and forth. I got disarmed. There's a little shot though, a little cheeky hip fire. Definitely is a little bit awkward to play Strix like this just because of how much visual stuff there is going on sometimes, and the scope is kind of nice. I'm definitely used to it. There's a hit on the freaking turret for some reason. There's a shot on Strix all the way back there. There's another one. They did get the 0-1 though. We lost a team fight there by a little bit. Their Strix is doing a bit of a better job than me, but it's kind of hard to play Strix like this because I feel like I'm getting hit around corners, so I can't really juke very well. Like if at all, throw a blind all the way over. That hit nobody. That was atrocious. And their Strix hit me square in the face. If that isn't a perfect example of what I was just talking about, I don't know what is. There's a hip fire, there's another one, bang, headshot as well, perfect example for it. Is the tick damage going to kill him? It is. Look on the Kasumi, finish her off, nice, hello Caspian, headshot on him. There's one which I think missed. Don't know if I covered this in a different video, I can't remember the last time I covered Strix, but you can also now just hold fire with his pistol, which is a really, really nice quality of life change, although I'm not showing it off in this video because of course I'm just showing the hip fire. Trying to, at least. Anyway, into round 2. That's a 1350 headshot hip fire from across the map. What a sentence with Strix. There's a hit on Barrack. There's another hit on him. Makes you a hell of a lot more mobile, but I'm not really taking advantage of it because of the setup I'm running. You should be running a different version of the setup, probably, if you're going to go for this setup. Another cheeky headshot. I'm going to throw the blind over, use the F and push up on him, see if we can get a little cheeky kill on him here. There's a shot. There's another one. Flank Strix. Here we go, boys. Definitely an option now that you've got this sort of talent going. Don't know how much I can give my stamp of approval on that one, though. Shots on the Kasumi. I feel like if there's a change that's going to be reverted in the PTS, aside from obviously stuff with Kasumi, it's probably going to be this, just because I can see this totally just being ridiculous in live. It goes the Grover, trying to finish off the Caspian. Got blinded by the Strix. That's going to be a really bad cut in the video. I did spam the pistol a bit. There's a shot on him. There's another one. He should be dead to tick damage. Shot on the Caspian. Hip fire and accuracy. Mid-air and accuracy. I'm just so used to saying freaking hip fire and accuracy with Strix. There's a cheeky shot. I got killed for that. I don't know if he was spamming there anyway. I probably should have just played it safe and gone around. I did go for it though because I thought we might be able to get rid of him. I'm going for Wrecker here just because we can spam and get rid of that shield really, really quick. And I feel like he's going for fortifying a setup for it. Also from his F, it makes sense. What am I even getting hit by? Was that just the Grover? Did I just take like 2k from Grover? Get rid of this Barrack shield. There we go. It's pretty much 2 hits and it's gone. This little shot on the Grover. I feel like I'm actually possibly more accurate at range like this because it just feels a little bit easier to not switch into the scope although he's going to get rid of me there by making the play that I was kind of expecting and didn't do a good job of countering. Back into it we go. Reload feeling kind of lengthy. There's a shot on him. He should be able to finish him off here solo. Nice. That little shot we got mixed in there definitely helped him out. There's a hit on Kasumi. Was just aiming at the general direction of like 3 of them there. Don't know if we're going to be able to get there to trigger the overtime. I don't know if double wrecker was a smart choice. I feel like maybe I should have gone for some more sustained stuff because the shield, even though it is kind of annoying, isn't as much of a big deal as I thought it was, because we've got, I think, just enough output to kind of deal with it at the moment. That is the 1-3. Into the third round we go, but I don't think I went through talent. Spirits chosen, Burn Monster, Half Shell. I've not really noticed Burn Monster or Half Shell so far, to be honest, other than maybe a little bit of Hi-Rez 1, and they have Crack Shot, of course, Frosty, and Measure Cadence. I feel like their Caspian's doing a pretty good job of getting rid of shields, just from the fact that I never see Makoas. That's their Caspian going for a flank, and Nazumi, Kasumi, I don't know, I can't do names when I'm trying to sort of play the game, but there we go. Definitely need to try and get rid of the Grover a bit more. Shot on the Strix, see if we can get one more on him if he's going to jump. Never mind, shot on the Grover. I hit the Strix there too, very cheeky. There's the Invis. I think they know I'm still in this corner. Gonna throw the blind on the point. That actually got us the kill. Headshotted the Grover. That was a solid play there, to be honest. I played that corner quite well. I got rid of the Caspian, so maybe we'll be able to push back in. If we got to 97%, it would suck to lose it like this. I think they did actually buff the damage on your flash. It's now 250, which definitely feels a little bit better. Shot on him, shot on him. There's the Invis. I'm using it here for the speed, trying to land shots in him. You feel a lot more competent up close as Strix. Now I don't feel like I ever really need to switch to the pistol if I'm going for this talent. Can we get rid of the Grover? Be pretty sick if we could kind of recover this. I probably should have gone for Master Riding, not Death Hands, to be honest. They did win that team fight there, but we should have time to group up Caspians. F is a hell of a lot, so they did nerf him in this update. Gonna go for the Invis, jump around the corner, kind of gather what's going on, try and finish off the Caspian, who's kind of low. Maybe get rid of the barrack shield so they can run in. I don't know what's going on here. I don't really know what the plan is, but there's a shot. Never mind, we never even touched it. That was kind of my fault. I was hoping Mokoa or Damba would get there. Felt like they were on pace, but defeat, 1-4. They deserve the win, to be honest. They did play better. I don't think I even really did equal to their Strix, but overall, didn't do terrible. It was still a pretty good showcase for it. But there we go. There are the stats for game 1. Both of the Kazumis there had a bit of a hard time. I've noticed that quite a bit in the time we've been playing so far. She might be a little bit more difficult than I originally sort of realized. Tyra did pretty good though, so did Koa, so did Damba. For their side, Grover was definitely the biggest problem for us. Their Strix also did a really good job. I probably should have been countering them a bit more. Barrack did fine, and Caspian also did really, really good work. I don't know if I'm going to do a game 2, because I feel like game 1 here, keeping this video a little bit shorter, is probably the better idea, just because I don't think it's necessarily going to make it into live, and if it does, I'll probably cover it again. But I am going to put together a build really, really quick, just in case it does, or if you're messing around on the PTS and it's still, you know, got people on it and stuff when you watch this video, because I don't think running without this level 5 really makes sense. There we go, very simple, but I do think it's better. Still got the movement speed in there, still got the energy regen, bit of extra ammo though, and a bit of extra health I think is more worth over the movement speed buff in your scope, because you're not scoping as much. I would really love to hear your guys' thoughts on it. I think it could go into the game like this perfectly fine. Maybe they should lower the damage a little bit to 800. I wouldn't say it's overpowered. All of Strix's talents, though, like I said at the start, are in a bit of a weird spot. They're all really good. They just don't feel like other characters' talents most of the time. They end up feeling just different. I can't really put it into words why. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Of course, also let me know where you want to see me next. I'll see you guys all really, really soon. And as always, stay frosty.